Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast. Thank you so much for checking out another episode of the show. Hope you all had a great Labor Day weekend. We are back with a brand new episode for you, featuring my buddies Outrun The Fall. Had a lot of fun recording this one in Brandon's basement, talking about their upcoming show this weekend over at Red Flag, and a lot of other silly stuff. So hope you enjoy this one. And I do want to remind you, as always, Rock Paper Podcast is brought to you by Roughneck Beard Company and American Rambler, located here in St. Louis, Missouri, over in the Maplewood area. You can stop in and visit them anytime or shop 24/7 at roughneckbeardcompany.com. Use my code RPP15 for an exclusive 15% off your purchase. Roughneck Beard Company is proud to present Roughneck Light. Finally, a lightweight beard oil that won't weigh you down in the hot summer months. Roughneck Light is formulated to have the same benefits as our signature line with only half the weight. And it's got a cool, refreshing scent as well. Grab a bottle of Roughneck Light today at roughneckbeardcompany.com. And again, you can find all your favorite products over there, all your beard oils, beard balms, junk powder, or their world-famous beard batter. And be sure to use that code RPP15 to save 15% off all your favorite products for anything for that beard and mustache of yours. So support local. Also, a big thank you to my buddies over at Friendship Brewing Company in Wentzville, Missouri. For all, you can stop in and visit them for all your craft beer needs. Over 25 rotating taps there, and all kinds of delicious food, all kinds of burgers, nachos, flatbread pizzas, pretzels, salads, all kinds of tasty things. And you can get some great live music every weekend. Kicking off this weekend, we got Friday, September 9th, Steve Kyle. And this weekend also they're doing a arts festival, Art and Ale. And you can come by on September 10th. That's going on 3 to 9. Or on Sunday, September 11th, 11 to 4 for the festival. They also have live music happening during that time. On Saturday, September 10th, Bubbles Brown from 7 to 10. And on Sunday, September 11th, Matt Waltershed returns 1 to 4. So again, you can find all this information at friendshipbrewingcompany.com. But come on out and support a great festival and have a good time out at Friendship Brewing Company. Get you some beers, some food, have a great time enjoying the weather on the patio, and be sure to tell them Shane sent you. Get plugged in with Friendship Brewing Company and Roughneck Beard Company on your Facebook and Instagram for continued support there. And with all of that out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy a brand new episode with Outrun The Fall.
A podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
What's up, everybody? You're listening to Outrun the Fall on Rock
Paper
Podcast.
Paper.
Paper.
I think that was it. That was the one.
That's the
Shane,
one.
how much cassette tape do you have in there?
Hold on, rewind the tape.
We're
Rewind
running
the tape.
real low on tape.
Rock Paper Podcast.
This is beat paper, paper covers rock. Rock beats is the Shane covers non-stop. Never know what new kind of guest that he's got coming at you. Live and direct on the spot. Could be rock, folk, country, or hip-hop, jazz. All kind of folks that he has. Could be an artist or a comedian to make you laugh on the
Rock Paper Podcast.
double-decker fudge round, rolling round town. Shane coming at you live and direct from ground zero. He's your hero, he's your bestie. Rock Paper Podcast. podcast with Shane Presley.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey, everybody. Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Hanging out today with returning guest, Outrun The Fall.
Hey, everybody.
This is, man, this is good. This is, this already feels right.
It does.
It feels
Smells
good.
right,
Yeah.
too.
Wait, what is that?
Huh? Pizza
Oh, yeah.
and balls.
Cheese balls, that is.
Thank you.
Dude.
Man, I'm really pumped about this. It's been
Why?
a while since, because I miss you guys
Oh,
mostly, and
Probably been a few
That's
years.
a silly thing to
yeah.
say.
But I'm glad, man. I'm glad we're back here hanging out, talking about a brand new show and all kinds of fun stuff. I'm sure we'll get into. But I guess before we get going too far, you guys want to say hey and introduce yourselves again for me.
for those listening?
I'll go first. I am Brandon, and I play guitar and Outrun the Fall.
I'm Brandon, and I play guitar and Outrun the Fall.
There it is, yeah.
I'm also Brandon, and I play guitar and Outrun the Fall.
All right. Okay, we'll clear all that up. Yeah, man. So like I said, we got some new things happening, and including a big show on September 10th at Red Flag in St. Louis, Missouri. And I can't be more excited. It's going to be a fun night.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a pretty strong lineup, man.
Yeah.
The way it came together, we went from like, who do we get on this? I don't know. You know, you kind of do the shoulder shrugging and, you know, rattle off a few names, and then, you know,
Threw some darts?
usually the first two are busy immediately, you know, that
Right.
you'd like to get.
I was busy. So.
Shane was busy, so he couldn't open.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you know, Ryan hit me up a couple times real quick, all on the same day.
We talked about the debut of Shane and the Hey Everybody's. But,
Yeah.
I'm still.
We'd love to
voting
have
for
you on a
that.
show, man.
We're going to have to wait for that one, though. We're on the world tour in that weekend, so.
See, yeah, everybody's touring or in the studio or something. But yeah, we locked down a pretty good lineup. You know, some old friends, some new friends, and everything in between. So,
Lydia's Castle, friends of the show, they'll be joining you.
yeah, they're coming in from, I guess, Nashville.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, they're coming in. They just recently did some newer music and videos and stuff. So,
Really good stuff.
yeah,
too, by the way.
digging on that for sure. But then again, you know, we've known Tanya for
week.
over a decade at least. So it's kind of cool getting to play a show with her, you know, after kicking around the scene together. So like, you know, this is almost home turf for her too,
Yeah,
which
for
is
sure.
cool. And then the Many Colored Death. I've been trying to get a show with them for a minute.
Yeah,
they're like my favorite power trio ever. You know,
What about ZZ Top?
like I said, it's up there. ZZ Top,
Okay.
Rush.
Okay.
I know Brent is a big Rush fan, obviously. You know, he and I kind of joked about that one time at a show. I was like, you ever hear a Rush? Because like you guys are a kick-ass power trio, and he just like laughed.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, never heard of them, right? They have a really high energy show. Like
Oh, yeah.
anyone playing after them's got to bring it. So, and then the Divine Sorrow dudes. They're
That's
going to
their
be
proper full name of the band.
Yeah, Divine Sorrow dudes. I think dudes should be at it. No, Brian and his crew, man. They're gonna kick ass.
They've been kicking ass for a long time.
Yeah, real veterans, you know, and they know. And I'm gonna let everybody know. He told me already. He's like, we are coming in swinging for the fences. He's like, so the next three bands.
If you're playing after us,
if you're playing after
good
us,
luck.
you bring it. And I think that's just gonna build the show all the way up until we take the stage.
Hell yeah.
At least that's what Josh told me.
Right.
I'm just amazed by how good you are at just
Doing
knowing
this.
and knowing the stuff. Yeah.
The things and the stuff. Tickets are now available for purchase.
They are.
And so you can get those in advance so we know the proper amount of snackage to bring.
Yeah. Pre-sales help us know how many snacks to bring. You know that.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
bringing snacks. Now, the Red Flag might not want them in the building, but there shall be snacks. They might be out front. I'll meet you out front. Big coat, Little Debbie. Just saying.
Just saying. Yeah.
Yeah, $12 tickets online at the Red Flag website.
Can we get those stickers made? Big coat, little.
Big Coat, Little Debbie. That's actually the name of the new album.
Yeah. Good segue.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Well, you guys done Red Flag, right? Yeah,
We play
Umbilical
once there.
Drive.
Yeah, played the Food Bar a couple times before that, but Red Flag. We did the Inimical Drive show there.
Did you say the food bar?
Yeah, we've also done that.
Yeah, we've also thrown down at the Food Bar.
God,
You were with us. You were with us.
Golden Corral.
Yeah.
We destroy the Golden Corral in Cape Girardeau.
It's not a good one.
It's not a great Golden Corral. It's a good Golden Corral, not great.
Proud sponsor. But yeah, Red Flag's crushing it, man. It's a fun venue.
Great venue.
It is, man, and Bob's awesome. You know, he's always real hospitable. I had such a fun time there that when I was searching for a venue to do this show, we've been trying to find out where we were going to do it. Tried to set some stuff up at Diamond, which is another awesome venue.
Love it.
But we just couldn't get some dates to line up, and I hit up Bob, and he was like, I got this Saturday. You can take it if you want. And we kind of ran from there. But he's been real cool helping us set that up. It's an awesome venue.
Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, man. So tickets, like I said, available now. Grab those and join us on September 10th.
Yeah. All
at
ages
Red
show.
Flag.
So, you know, you can bring out the little ones if you want. Have them headbang up front.
Yeah, man. I don't have any little ones, but I'm gonna be up there headbanging. So
Me
You
too.
can probably get one
yeah,
I'll be
before
there.
then. You
yeah,
call like Division of Home Services.
yeah. I think that's how that works.
Rent a kid? I don't
Yeah.
think that's a thing. I'm pretty sure that's not legal yet.
It's not.
You made the joke about next album, and I think that might be appropriate to kind of talk. I mean, I know it's been a minute since we've had some new OTF. So, what's going on there? Are we working up some things for a release anytime soon, or is that still in the works?
Nothing on a release, I guess. Right? Nothing.
Yeah. We just got back some of the final product.
All right. I know you guys spent a couple weekends in the studio and stuff. So
We went through that whole cycle. You know,
Right.
When the hell was that?
We were
I was in a cheese ball coma. Like,
we were in like kind of a writing mode where we didn't do anything but just like get together in the rehearsal space and write.
Right.
And then once we had it ready, took that to the studio. So did that whole thing. So they're ready. But obviously there's a lot more that goes into
yeah.
it. But yeah.
yeah, I'm not saying you guys have to announce that right today.
Sure.
The songs honestly suck.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I mean, they are terrible.
But we're going to put them out anyway. And you're going to like them, and it's going to be amazing.
yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
No.
Maybe.
No. But I'm excited for some new tunage. I mean, it's like I said, it's been a little while. But
It keeps evolving. That's the thing that I've noticed. And I think anyone who's been along the journey with us is going to hopefully pick up on that, I mean, I'm sure the guys would agree with me. I mean, from transitioning from Hollow Point Heroes to Outrun the Fall to that first EP to, and then once we met Jack down in Sick Tones, I mean, that's been like the level up for us. He really gets what we are into and what we're looking for. But then I think he pushed us in another direction this second time around. So it just keeps evolving.
yeah, heavier.
Depends on your
Yeah.
like opinion of heavy.
Right.
It's heavy in certain ways and then not heavy in certain ways.
It's going to hit you with those riffs, though.
Real deep. It's real deep and complicated. I really don't want to get into it.
It's so deep.
He's just letting you know
It's so
it's
deep.
it's not show tunes. Quite.
It's heavier. It's a little heavier than
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
what you're probably used to.
Well, I
from
mean,
us.
like one of your newest songs is Flood, and that's probably
Oh, yeah.
That's
feel
probably
like-
the heaviest.
the heaviest you guys
Yeah.
gone as a band, and like I mean, it's a ripper.
Yeah.
It's a banger.
There's
It's a
definitely
slapper.
one that's a ripper in that vein.
Yeah.
It's pedal to the floor, pretty much start to finish.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I had a whole lot of fun down there in the studio with you guys that time I went down there.
There's pizza.
Got to eat some pizza.
Duh.
Chicago
That
style.
double decker pizza we had, or whatever the hell that was. That was awesome. Ate a bunch of Twizzlers and all kinds of other health food. And
Yeah, you got to see the progress
Yeah,
and
it was-
see kind of how we do it in the kitchen.
I got to say something we're very proud of, Shane, that you would appreciate this. I think you took part in the first time around. We were voted by Jack the most farting,
Most flatulent.
most flatulent band that he works with. And he works with a lot of bands.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not sure what to
Hands
do with
down.
that. I'm not sure where you put that trophy,
yeah.
but
Does that
maybe in the
make-
bathroom.
Do you get a plaque? Did he give you a plaque or something?
I
Or-
think he said it's in the mail.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we got a ringer in Debo. I mean,
That's
he really takes it to the next level.
right.
Not musically.
Pure-
With his butt.
Purely beats from the butt.
No, yeah. So you saw how it kind of goes down in the studio, and the chemistry's there. But yeah, this time we took a different one of the songs. We took a completely different writing approach. We built a song kind of the opposite direction, I guess to say, opposite flow of traffic. So yeah, and I think the end result is really good. I think people are going to be really happy with them. We have this weird thing where we're not gnarly enough to roll with the
Phone lines are lighting up, guys.
Oh, the phone lines are lighting
crap.
up.
Hello? Is this Brent Moore?
This is Brent Moore.
From Shinedown?
You are live on the Rock Paper Podcast, my friend.
Live!
Yes.
We'll do it live!
Yeah, man. We hanging out here with the fellows of Outrun The Fall.
Hey!
Hi, fellas.
Hey,
Brent, what's up, man?
And we are talking about a show on September 10th.
What?
Yeah. You free?
We should have
Yeah, I don't
told
know if
you
you're
about
available.
You know what? I think I'll have to check my schedule. But once I clear it with my secretary,
it. Jason?
they kind of take care of everything.
No, we'll talk to your secretary, Jason.
I never knew his name. I just say, hey, you.
Yes.
And,
But yeah, man, I'm glad to have Many Colored Death back in St. Louis again. And playing over at Red Flag. It's going to be a fun night.
I feel like that's the last place we played. I think, is that right? I can't remember. No, I'm sorry.
Played it.
Blueberry Hill.
Yeah.
It was Blueberry Hill, yes.
Yeah,
Right.
I think we were supposed to play that one with you, and
Yes.
yeah, some schedules didn't line up and it kind of messed that up. And then we were supposed to play with you a while back, and COVID ruined that.
Yeah.
Well,
So
COVID ruined a lot of things.
yeah, I know.
For a lot of people.
We're talking about me though. It's all about me right now. So no,
I blame you.
I'm just kidding.
I blame you.
But I've been trying to get back on stage with you guys for a minute, so I'm stoked.
Well, we're stoked too. We're excited to play with you guys finally.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. Been a good long while, right? Like
2018.
2018.
Was it like Cicero's or something?
Outside Babylon.
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
You do party pretty hard. We understand.
That's what COVID did to me, if I'm being honest. COVID ruined my memory for time. There's just 2 lost years.
Me too, man.
And so it feels like, everything's off for me. I can't remember half the stuff. So.
We played on a flatbed trailer in a parking lot in St. Peter's. It was one of the highlights of your career.
Yes. What was the name of that festival? What was it called?
Rock University.
Yes. Okay. Yes. I do remember that now.
Yep.
God, that feels like forever ago.
It was 4 years.
It was.
That's wild.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. It's been a minute.
How long have you guys been a band?
4 years.
Oh, that's it?
Well, I mean, the unit that we have now, that's actually accurate. About 4 yees. But
you guys have a whole unit? That's great.
Yeah. G unit.
We'll show it to you on September 10th.
But I mean,
why don't you?
What? 15 years?
I'm rolling up. Yeah, I'm rolling up on 15 years.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not that
Brent.
cool.
It's not.
My knees hurt.
Well,
you're dragging that unit around.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
Right, your back doesn't hurt. All kinds of stuff.
Tommy Lee over here, buddy. Tommy Lee, everybody.
Yeah, man. What are you looking most forward to coming back to St. Louis? You guys, you got a spot you're looking to hit and get some grub, or?
This is a food show.
Yeah, because last time, let's see, gosh, I think when we played Red Flag, we've only played there once, and it was like a fill-in show, because that was back in March, and we were on our way back from being on the road with Paralandra, and we were supposed to play a show in Michigan, and it got canceled. And so we decided to come back on home a day early, and then the guys in Blacktop Mojo were like, hey, we just lost the band, and we need someone to fill in on a Sunday.
Great band.
In St. Louis, and it was our first time playing there. It was super cool. So we didn't get to explore the immediate surroundings. I know when we played, I'm trying to remember where we played, where we went to Pappy's. Barbecue was super close. And
that's just around the corner from Red Flag.
And then we played, I think it was off Broadway, and there was like a Cajun place kind of across the parking lot from it that was awesome. I can't remember what the name of that place was, but it was really good. There's always good food around the venues in St. Louis.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
We're kind of, we aren't there enough, or at least I'm not, to remember being the only non-Missouri person in our band. I don't know my way around the state very well, other than I can get us to the venue, and then we just start asking questions, or where do we go? But there's always something good to eat.
Oh yeah,
in St. Louis. So
yeah,
barbecue's my favorite. So
yeah, we threw that party. I think you guys were on the 5th birthday show that I threw over at Old Rock House, and I hooked you guys up with some Broadway Oyster Bar that day, and that was a whole lot of fun.
Yep. That was a fun show too. That's the only time we've ever. Is that place still there?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
okay. All right.
That's another great venue in town.
A lot of the places I hear about or see in St. Louis, again, not having a good knowledge of the layout of the town, they all feel like none of them are near each other unless it's like on the main drag. Which again, we really only played Cicero's, I think, which was kind of at the one end of. What is it, Delmar? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know, but it's at one end of it. And then there was another, we played another place right around there too at one point in time. It was like an album release for a band, I think that we played with at that festival we played with you guys at. They ended up asking us to come play their CD release or something. I think it was their last show or something like that.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Go out with a bang.
Yeah.
They were really young. I think they had to go to college, so I think that's what ended up happening.
That'll happen.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Well, you can come see Many Colored Death at Red Flag on September 10th with Outrun the Fall here, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun, man. I'm excited to see you all. It's been a while. I wasn't able to make that Blacktop Mojo show that I really wanted to see, and I was excited that you all were going to be there, but I wasn't able to make it that night. So. And I missed the Blueberry Hill Inner Outline show also. So I haven't seen you all in a while. So this is going to be a fun night for me particularly.
Yeah, dude, I get to bust out some Many Colored Death gear.
Bathroom picture evening?
What was that?
Was the last time you saw us the bathroom picture evening?
Oh, no. I mean, that was a real long time ago.
That feels like a long time ago too, but then it could have been 2 years ago, and I wouldn't have known the difference. So.
Right. Yeah. That was a good time though too. That was like the Road to Point Fest stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, yeah, that was a long time ago then.
Yeah.
Totally ruined that too.
Yeah. But we can throw in a Many Colored Death tune for you if you have a request. You might want to drop in the show.
Do you like any of them?
Me?
Yeah.
They're the worst.
Yeah.
Anytime people ask me, what's your favorite? Like, I wrote them all. I like all of them. Pick one. Pick preferably with words. And so I guess the newest one, which I can't even remember the name of off the top of my head. Big Time Spin. All right.
There
Big
it
Time
is.
Spin. That's the latest one. So, and we've only got a chance to play that one live once, so we'll get to finally shake the dust off that bad boy a little bit more here.
Oh, yeah.
We've actually got shows coming up, so
yeah, man.
Yeah. That is. I will say this to set that song up. If that is the one that is going to be played, it is far and away the most challenging song to play live for us as a band. We have finally hit that thing where we wrote a thing and we're like, oh dear, now we have to do it, and it's almost purely because everybody sings in it. So that's what it comes down to. It's all three of us trying to sing and play parts at the same time. So it's been fun. It's been a fun challenge to figure that one out. So.
Looks like you're spoken out again. Same as the last time. Words chosen only to offend. The deeper the better. I bet you get what you want. Absorbing the limelight. But you'll also get what you don't. Your skin is thin. No more you walking it back. No more your logic is burned. And now you're under attack. Your house is crumbling. No one ever seems to learn. Go, there you go, try to slip one in. No, but we know it's this big time spin. Just watch them sinking right in. The truth is a quicksand. You got right under their skin. Fish in a barrel. They pull it up to lift the rug to see the film you're sweeping under. You got it now to the blow. Hammer down. No more you walking it back. No more your logic is burned. And now you're under attack. Your house is crumbling. No one ever seems to learn. Go, don't you know you can always win? No, though you try with your big time spin. The more you walking it back, the more the hair starts to turn. And now you're under attack. Your house is crumbling. No one ever seems to learn. No, there you go, trying to slip one in. No, but we know it's just big time spin. So repeat it again and again. It was always this big time spin.
Yeah, man. Well, I can't wait to hear it live. And it's going to be a good time, man.
I think so. We'll have a good time.
Well, I appreciate you calling in, man. Spend some time with us this evening. And
Sure. Sorry I talked the whole time.
that's what makes my life a lot easier, man.
All right.
But yeah, tell Preston and Shay we say hey, and we'll see you all here very soon.
Yeah, man. See you in a few
I'll
weeks.
never do it.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, Brent.
See you guys soon. Peace
See you.
out.
Right. See you then, bud.
See you, buddy.
All right.
Bye. Boom.
Boom.
Yeah, we got a call in, man.
Call in.
Look at that. That was cool.
We're gonna open up the lines now and see who else calls in.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I was gonna tell him but then I was like, I don't know. It's kind of a long story to like sit and try to talk over speakerphone over it, but that incident where I was wearing my mini colored death shirt and some guy like wanted to fight me about it. Like,
Thought Shane was racist.
yeah, I don't know. He was like,
Of all people.
he's like, what's that mean? I'm like, it's a band. And he's like, well, there's a many colored death going on all around us right now. And I'm like, what the?
He was super serious.
Yeah, he was like wanting to like he was getting aggressive, like he wanted to fight me and something. And I'm like, I'm just walking away for this guy does something silly. But he was having a real good time that night. He had a couple of beverages, and that'll happen. But yeah, man, we I think we mentioned pizza earlier, and I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsors at Papa John's for their pepperoni stuffed crust.
What'd you think, man?
It's a pretty solid fast food delivery pizza. Like
There's pepperoni in the crust, bro.
yeah, it's magic.
So I
It
don't
is
like Papa
magic.
John's.
yeah,
And I even, when they first came out with stuffed crust, I was like, I'm going to try it. I mean, Pizza Hut's the OG, right? And I've had poorly done, like, frozen pizza stuffed crust. But here was another place that was, like, trying it. And I didn't really care for it, like, just the plain stuffed crust. They don't make it the same way as they do the pepperoni one. I think having the pepperoni in there forces them to do it the way Pizza Hut does it.
and they got the seasoning on it.
Yeah, and they hit it with that garlic seasoning.
Yeah, and it's pretty tasty.
What are
man.
you laughing at? You know it's delicious.
We're the only people that would be like, yeah, Domino's, dude.
Yeah. Domino's definitely has come a long way, man. They're a lot.
I'll give you guys the Domino's hack right now.
that's-
Here's the secret. You want to hear it? I'm telling you.
Teach us the ways.
Get a buffalo chicken pizza, but get it on the handmade pan.
Yeah,
Change your life,
that's
bro.
where it's at, man. Ryan's over
The
there. playing.
handmade pan.
I can't imagine eating a pizza made out of a pan.
Did you say?
I'm just going to be honest.
You say
Did you say,
pammon?
did you say handmade pan?
Handmade pan.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even. Handmade.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not hearing what you guys are hearing.
It's a handmade pan.
Handmade pan pizza. Handmade pan made. I think there's an N.
Handmade pan pizza.
Right, pan-made hand pizza. That's what I'm going
All right, I'm
for.
going to look it up.
I thought it was Pam made ham pizza.
But yeah, that definitely hit the spot. I think I set a record eating those 2 slices tonight, so it was tasty.
Domino's handmade pan. It's a thing. Sorry, Shane.
You're saying it weird though.
It's just the way
It's
it's.
hand.
How do you say it?
I don't know. You're saying like it's a handmade pan.
Like the pan was handmade.
Yeah.
Handmade pan pizza.
Yeah. Like in like Matt, like
Maybe it was.
my
It's
kid one time
forged.
said, "We have."
It's
Max-
made. It's made by their hands.
My kid one time said, "We have Maxwell House coffee," and I was like, "What? Do you mean Maxwell House?" Yeah, Maxwell House. So now that's all I can ever call it is Maxwell House. That's a cool story, wasn't it, Ryan?
Cool story, man.
It's a maxed out
Yeah.
house, dude.
Yeah.
Been there too.
What other whatever other hacks do you got? You guys have any do's and don'ts for snacking lately? Like I know Ryan's been a big on the cheese ball kick, but
The one other one, real quick, and I think I've mentioned that on the Facebooks too. But the planters, they're called like.
This guy is nuts.
Yeah, you got to grab your
Always.
nuts if you're going to snack right. They're
Always with a
just I
mouthful of
forget what
nuts.
it's hot.
This guy.
They're basically hot and spicy peanuts, but they're awesome. And this Planters brand, don't mess around with that other stuff. Grab the real nuts if you want to get into it.
put them right in your mouth.
Oh, the whole sack.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to cheese ball and what is it strictly
Yes,
the Utz brand or what?
Utz,
Yeah.
Utz, Utes.
It's
Ut-
Yeah, how do
The
you say that?
the
How do you even
planters
say
isn't
that?
the same.
I never figured it out. I need to call them and see how they answer the phone.
Is
but-
it Utes?
Is it?
I would think
two
it's
Utes.
the Utes. Hey, you got the Utes brand
Handmade
there.
pan.
They're probably forged in a handmade pan.
I don't know how to tell you this, Shane,
Is
but
pizza
when you get
forged?
The pan
Could be.
was. I've seen the fork.
steel forged pizza, that's you've had wood fire pizza. Fuck that. Have you had steel forged pizza? You just drag it across molten hot steel. Just one pass.
It sounds delicious.
It does steel and forged and then pizza. I love
I don't know how to tell you this, Shane, but when you get a box of Nutty Bars, if you put them in the freezer,
Right.
they're exponentially better.
Shane has learned to just put them in his mouth.
Yeah.
I've heard all your excuses that the snacks don't make it to the freezer. You eat them all before they get
The
there.
entire box on the way
You
home.
just-
Yeah.
They're better. That's a hack right there.
Yeah. What about your don'ts? What are there no? Or what's the snacks to stay away from? Have we tried?
Don't use mustard. Start there.
Well, that's not
this dude's already
sure.
messed up.
that's not a great snack anyway. I wouldn't snack on mustard. I don't think.
Nice mustard snack. Stop ordering hot and readies from Little Caesars.
Yeah, this is good. We covered this.
Yeah. Order something that they got to cook.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's-
naming
and it's-
names.
No, you don't have to.
but-
It's known.
It's it's way better.
Make
way
them
better.
cook you something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree.
It's quality pizza if you get it right out of the oven.
right.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with Little Caesars. It's just
No,
got to order the
they
rest.
do something special to the dough. I don't know.
There's something a little
Pizza,
more love
pizza.
that goes into it,
It
or
is.
something.
A little more
because it
love.
all uses the same dough. It's just different variations of said dough.
I don't know if it is though. I think it's like a lower quality or a lower standard.
Well, the workers always seem really happy there. Not really.
They've done a couple of different like specialties like
Pretzel.
Yeah, the pretzel, and those are always
Pretzel
kind of
pretzel's tight.
those are always kind of fun. But
You're kind of fun.
they did like the 3-meat treat thing for a while, and like I would get that hot, order it on the app and then have it ready to pick up. And I do like their pickup system a lot there. The fact that I don't have
machine?
I don't have to talk to anybody. I can just push the buttons and
Great.
type in my code and get my pizza.
I didn't know that was
This
a
is
thing.
your Little Caesars guy right here.
Yeah.
It seems like every time I talk to him, he's like, "Have you tried the super crazy, outrageous pepperoni bread?"
Right.
And I'm like, "No,
You need to.
You should.
Yeah.
I've had it 3 times this week for lunch."
It sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I need to take a nap.
But
He's
that
kind of my hero.
what I also really like is that their deep dish was actually like really good for
Jets is my favorite, but then Little Caesars has the next best.
pretty solid deep dish for $5 or whatever.
dude.
Like so, whatever.
Have you been to Jet's Pizza? Sounds like not. Go there.
Yeah, probably not.
They take like a Pizza Hut pan pizza and just make it better.
Handmade pan.
Yeah, forged
All right.
in a handmade pan. But they just do something. It's just extra crispy, but not burnt. Figure that out.
All right.
So do they add egg to it?
Probably.
More olive oil?
Maybe.
Hell, I don't know what it is.
Ryan just wants to know so he can go home and make one himself.
There's not
He's
a
like-
chance I have enough gumption.
How do they mix the
My
dough?
air fryer
Is
won't
it
fit
is
it,
it
but
a
I-
cup of flour?
My air fryer won't fit it, but I want to do a Totino's pizza.
If it'll
one.
fit in my 2-quart air fryer, I'll put it
I
in
bet
there.
I could cut it while frozen into smaller pieces and air fry it.
It'll do it.
Do it.
Oh, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm late to the air fryer game, but I'm having some fun with it.
Yes. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm an idiot. I'm still using an oven.
Oh man.
Well, not everybody's in the.
Oh, you guys are living in the future, man.
My shit's
Shame,
got like a
that's good.
rotisserie setting
Yeah,
on.
Josh has the rotisserie.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Dang.
He's making quail.
Well, but I was also thinking about snacking, and I was thinking, I think one of the last times that like the 4 of us actually got to hang out, we went on a snack run and to get ice cream,
We did.
and I was
Wait.
thinking about
I don't
that.
recall. Did you guys get ice cream without me?
Oh, man. Remember?
We went without him, and he got
Yeah.
pissed off at us,
He
right?
did get mad.
Yeah.
What
At Ink Spot?
at Ink Spot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spot.
Yeah. All 3 of you in this room right
Blacklisted. Blacklisted. You guys don't play
Thanks,
Diamond.
now. Far be it from me
Thanks for bringing that up, Shane.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, remember that time we all went and got ice cream and
Yeah,
said,
great.
fuck Brandon?
Maybe that's
Great.
why you're in the part of the memory. Maybe that's the part of the.
And then made sure to catch up with him while you still had the fucking ice cream so I could
Yeah.
see you eating it.
Yeah, that.
Not even like, hey, we went and got ice cream without you. It's like,
Oh, here it
hey,
is. Here it is.
Where'd you guys get ice cream
We
from?
got some ice cream.
We walked over there. We looked for you for a really long time. Someone said that bullshit to me, and I know that's not true. It's all right, though.
I know that's not true.
Yeah, someone just said that to be nice.
But that was a good time. You should have been there.
I think it was Nicole. I think she was overcome with guilt that she had to say something, and she just goes,
Oh, we were
we were looking for you." I'm
we
like, "No, you
circled the
weren't."
place like earlier that day. Unrelated to that moment.
I'm sorry I brought that sensitive memory
Ink
up.
Spot's got a lot of cool stories, man. We were at so many of them, man. Just like, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
We could sit and talk Ink Spot all day.
I was scrolling through those pictures. I sent you that one on popped up on memories the other day, and I was just like, really made me miss. Those were a lot of really fun nights, and hopefully we can do that again someday.
Yeah. What's weird is like the one that we didn't play. Someone still shot a picture of me and Josh standing there, like watching the bands play. So like we were still there. We didn't play that one.
You were there in spirit.
So
I don't know why I brought that up.
I was gonna say, so you guys weren't playing?
No, we didn't play that year.
But they took a
No,
picture.
but we were there, Ryan.
We
We
were
didn't
there.
play.
Okay, well,
we were there, and somebody got a picture.
Somebody took
of
a picture. I'm putting it all
what
together.
Look at these guys not playing.
Look at these dudes.
Oh, we totally big dogged them.
Right, she did.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I wish that was happening right now. I miss.
It started to get off the ground, man. It just couldn't take flight. Like, I mean, a couple different times. I heard on 2 different occasions it came close.
Yeah.
Or at least getting the idea going. and just couldn't get off the ground.
The want is there for
Right.
anybody listening that loves the Ink Spot block parties. The idea is not dead.
Right.
Just it didn't quite take off soon enough this year to get off the ground. But if I was a betting man, which I'm no part of that committee, I'd say there will be one next year. I'm just
Yeah.
going to throw that out there.
Yeah, I hope so.
Bigger and better than ever.
Hell yeah. I like the sounds of that. But yeah, man. I don't know. They were just good times. All your buddies were there, and all your favorite bands, and it was just
Just a cool party, man.
for sure.
Everybody catching up.
Yep.
Bands you don't like playing. It was just awesome. No, I liked them. Shut up, Josh. Josh said that.
You said it. No.
Josh
Nope.
said that. You could tell by the
Nope.
I'm
tone.
surprised Josh hasn't said we're Outrun the Fall like 7 times since we've been on the microphone.
He will on the 10th.
All right.
Yeah, I'm saving up.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm saving. saving up.
That's like a solid drinking game if you just take a shot every time.
I don't know. What, we started it like 4 or 5 shows
I
ago.
don't know.
He like made a point to walk over to me. He was like, "That's the only time I'm gonna say our band name, Brandon." And then as soon as we got done playing the next song, he did it again. And he's like, "I fucking did it again." And now it's been this like running joke.
It is great. We have who I consider one of the best frontmen.
Stop.
I'm just serious
stop.
though in all of this area, but
Shut up.
has no idea what to say between songs.
Nah, it's just
Not that
blank.
I do,
It's just blank.
It's literally blank. It's like, shouldn't there be another song playing, guys?
Maybe.
What do I do with my hands?
All right.
You can't escape this fight.
There was that time that dude was wearing the same shirt as you. That was fun.
That guy was cool.
That guy-
I like you.
That one guy was cool.
I like the cut of your jib.
Batman tank top guy.
It was a Batman tank top.
Hell yeah.
He parted the crowd. It was like, you.
There can only be one.
Cool shirt.
We must fight to the death.
You must also shop at JCPenney.
What's that saying? Like, I wish, like, wearing a number one dad T-shirt, like you had to like earn it, like you had to like
Oh yeah.
battle another dad.
Best pawpaw. That wasn't free.
That's debatable.
I battled pawpaws for that.
Years ago, I bought a World's Greatest Grandpa shirt just because it really made me laugh thinking about, I'm like 20 years old wearing this Greatest Grandpa shirt and like just walking around.
Did you wear it?
Yeah, I was just like, I found it at Walmart for like $5. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wear that, and like, it just made me laugh. Like,
World's Greatest Grandpa.
I just want people to like, what? That guy's not a grandpa, is he? Like,
maybe.
Yeah, mind your business.
With the history I've had, you never know.
All right. I was telling you guys a little bit of a story before we got going about some of my spooky endeavors. So everybody gather around. It was a dark,
Josh hasn't even heard it yet.
stormy night. But no, we were at. I just went to Alton, Illinois, to record with these guys, Distant Eyes, and had a lot of fun getting to meet them. And they actually rehearse in a building called the Milton Schoolhouse. And I don't know, they shared a lot of information with me. I forgot most of it because
It was perverted.
yeah.
Like, had they had experience in that building before, like personally, before you met them there? So like they already kind of had some stories about the place you were in.
They told me a lot of weird stories that they've like, nothing like they haven't had like a ton of stuff, but there was definitely a lot of more like legend story kind of stuff. That the
lore.
Yeah. So like apparently, but like the room that they practice in, apparently there's a lot of weird shit happening there, and but this building was like, I don't know, early 1900s, whatever. I think it was a school for like 80 years and then closed in like 84 or something like that as from being a school. And then it was like a glass factory for a little while. And then it's basically set. And then now it's like, there's some shops and there's a coffee shop and there's like a little thrift store. And then they actually have two of the guys in the band have an apartment upstairs. And, but there's a lot of this building that is just like set vacant now, and it's like all like super creepy. And we walked through it all like with cell phone flashlights, and it was really really weird, man. Like, I don't know, I don't really
Weird
get
vibe.
Yeah, I mean, like, and like Ghost Hunters actually filmed a show there, like with taps or whatever. Like they walked through there and did their, I don't know what, if they, what it was
EVP sessions.
Yeah, I don't know what's on the show and stuff. I didn't watch it, but it was, I just thought it was cool that like they've actually been there and done some stuff. But it was definitely super creepy. We went down in the basement, like where it like goes in under the gym. There's like the locker rooms and the bathrooms down there. And it's like, yeah, this is like everything right out of a horror movie, man. It's like,
Shane's already freaking out.
Right. And, I don't know. It was, but the weird thing was when we sat down to do the podcast.
What had happened next?
What had happened was we sat down to do the podcast, and
then what happened?
We get to talking about some ghost stories before we clicked record, and they were kind of. I was trying to paint the picture of where we were at, and they told me some stuff, and then all of a sudden, like, we started getting this like crazy feedback on the microphones, and it was just a very odd timing of it all. And I was like, maybe we should talk about something else. And I changed the subject and immediately stopped. And it was just very bizarre. The whole like timing of it wise like that. And like I never had that kind of feedback in that way before on the show. And then it did happen again a second time, like an hour later on the show. And I don't know, it was really, kind of messes with you. And like, I think I'm going to leave it all in just because it's interesting to hear it all like actually happening and stuff. So as we,
you played me the clip.
yeah, it's kind of it's spooky, man.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I don't know. I mean, I believe in like my friends have had stories. My buddy Jeremy's a big ghost hunter, goes out, like does all this stuff. Been in the Exorcist house and done all these like things like that. And, you know, and I believe him. I don't, you know, I don't know. He wouldn't, but he's had stuff, but I've never had firsthand experience. I think a lot of it is very entertaining to think about and talk about.
For sure.
But you know, for me to like say like I've, you know, 100% proof or anything like that, I never really had like firsthand like thing that like I feel like there was a spirit of some sort present or whatever. But I do feel like
indigestion probably.
For me, it's like I don't know, for like, it's like aliens and ghosts kind of fall in the same category where like, that's something I'm like willing to believe in, I think, but I also have to see it.
Yeah.
I got to see it with my own eyes.
There's just so little real visual evidence, you know?
If there's just, if I could just see the tiniest piece of evidence with my own eyes, you know what I mean?
Then it's
experience it. I'm all aboard, you know?
I've never like seen anything or like felt physically anything. But I definitely like an internal feeling like within me, I definitely had like an experience and felt. And it was this apartment I lived in. It's actually like the ultimate ghost story. I tell it to people and they're like, "Oh my God." Like I'm a natural storyteller, so obviously like that helps. But I mean, I'm able to like tie all the pieces together. Like it's like I don't have to sit and like embellish it or anything like that. Like there's so much weird stuff that happens and it all ties together. Yeah. It's a long story, so I can't tell it now, unfortunately.
Right, just to tease and that's the next episode.
I mean, basically, like I lost periods of time that I can't like recollect, and and like
that was drugs.
It was a weird apartment, a weird vibe in the apartment, and then like I found stuff out about the apartment later because I entered the apartment like leasing business, so I got started in property management, and my path crossed with a leasing agent that, you know, when she found out I had lived there, we kind of compared timelines and like. I moved into that apartment. I was the first tenant after a suicide in that apartment. And like she was able to like line it all up almost perfectly. Huh. And then that, like looking back on that made me like think of like these times where like I would just like, you ever just like sit on your couch and like zone off? Okay. So like that would happen to me, only it would be like daytime. And then like when I would like kind of come back to my senses and back to reality, like it's nighttime and completely pitch black in the apartment. Like, and I sat through that and I don't recall that time.
That's actually,
there's a name for that. And it's called a nap. It's called a nap, I think, Brandon. I do that all the time.
Not sleeping. Okay.
Time disappeared.
That's fine. I'm just saying.
It's called narcolepsy. He had a period of it.
No, I'm with you.
There's a lot more to it. Like I just paraphrased a long campfire story into like only a couple bullet points. So maybe it doesn't make sense, but yeah. Anyone who has heard the whole story from me is usually pretty freaked out by it, the way it all connects.
You guys ever had anything?
But I never saw nothing.
No experiences?
No, I just I suffer from anxiety, and that might be a ghost in the machine.
That's the worst one.
That's its own internal. You know, if you want to believe in a ghost, there's your ghost right there, the ghost in the machine.
Right.
But I've never, no, I've actually never, kind of like Josh said, yeah. I mean, are there energies out here that we don't understand or that I don't understand? Sure. I don't have any real doubt about that. I mean, this world, it's definitely more than what we're seeing here for sure. But I haven't had doors slam behind me, any of that stuff that you see in the movies that you're kind of like, is it going to happen? It just doesn't happen. And if it does happen, it's because you left your Hot Pocket in the microwave and forgot. You burned it up, or you left popcorn.
Now the end's all hard.
It does relate back to food. It does. Cook popcorn too long. Oh, it's a ghost. No, you burned the microwave up. You ever been there, Shane?
So, I mean, the real point is, if there are any ghosts out there willing to let me see them for a second.
If you're listening.
If you're listening,
Let me take a look at that.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. I don't know, to get real for a minute, like when soon after my mom had passed, and I had like some really super vivid dreams, and like I read that like that's like, you know, them visiting you or whatever kind of thing, and
That'd be cool.
and like I don't know, I was at peace with it. Like it wasn't like, you know, creep me out, but it was just the whole. I remember like her like in this like red evening gown, like her hair done like it was like, you know, like looked like she was like all like, you know, dressed up for a nice, you know, night out or whatever kind of thing like that. And it was like, so I was just like, well, I'd rather imagine that, you know, being how it is than what it was. So, but yeah, it was like, I don't know, it was like I said, peaceful, and it was like, you know, set me at ease. Like it felt like she was letting me know, hey, everything's okay. You know, I'm happy, or, you know, whatever. So, I don't know. It was really a strange time. Like it kind of messed with me a little bit, but I'm kind of glad it happened when it did. So, but I don't know if that's like, you know, people say that that's the spirits coming to visit you or whatever, but I don't know how much I could really get into believing a lot of that stuff. But it was, I don't know. I'm glad it happened though. So
It's one of those things you really want to have faith in.
yeah,
Because how awesome would that be?
yeah, for sure.
You know?
And I also another thing I feel like is kind of a little funny, but it does keep happening. But the I think they call them like angel numbers, you know, where you keep seeing the same numbers and stuff. And I keep seeing 1234, like when there's like and I don't know if it's like for whatever reason that's like if I like check my phone, it's 1234. If I look at the, you know, it's just weird that I keep seeing.
Keeps popping up.
Yeah.
Does that number have any significance to you?
It is no, but I looked it up. Like, I mean, there are like just like your whatever signs and stuff like that. They all have you know, meaning to it or whatever, your astrology stuff or whatever like that. But they all have like somebody type something up, and you know. But I just like, I don't know. I know, but it is kind of weird that like it's happened enough to where now I keep noticing it. And it's like now it's kind of just strange that I keep seeing these numbers. So I don't know, but I feel like that all kind of goes together. That, you know, some of that weird, unexplainable stuff sometimes. But
Josh is into it. He wants to see one.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
For sure.
I was kind of hoping. That's kind of why I went on that trip with him down in that basement. I'm like, let's have something weird happen. Give me something to talk about.
Yeah.
Get the vibe.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that clip you sent me was legit.
It's weird, man.
You want me to play it?
I kind of would like to.
Josh hasn't heard it.
I would kind of
play
like somebody to, like, you know, if there is anything on there, like sometimes they can isolate things or whatever.
I bet you could. It'd
it'd be weird
get
if, like,
whittled down.
It'd be like really weird if you like slowed it down and it's like, hey everybody.
That would be awesome. Let's do that.
Make ghost sounds.
I don't even want to hear it now. I just want to pretend that's what it says.
I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but
Sounds like
Honestly, it sounds like popcorn. Is it popcorn?
and that just started, like it wasn't the worst. It was weird we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want dirt to come out, Brent. We don't talk about dirt. Well, you mentioned the early days of the band, and let's kind of take it back to the beginning. I'd like to learn a bit more about the group and go off again, right? How was this stuff? Yeah, I mean, I guess the best way to summarize it was
Realistically, it was downtown St. Louis, right?
Alton, Illinois. Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Downtown St. Louis, Illinois. It's probably just dirty power.
Yeah.
Realistically,
Well, I don't have.
but what?
I don't use power.
No,
on
man,
battery
it's
powered.
wireless,
Yeah.
bro.
Everything is wireless.
Yeah.
You weren't
Off
plugged
the
in any-
grid.
Yeah.
Airplane
Definitely-
mode.
It's still dirty
phones.
power. It's a dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That only happened right then. We had dirty power for, as we talked about Ghost, and then it stopped.
Well, that's like somebody running their
Yeah.
air fryer up above.
I think it's cool that
I don't know.
it's like
It-
stopped abruptly.
the timing of it is
Yeah, it was
and the
very,
timing's
it was very
yeah.
bizarre, but yeah, I don't know, man. It was an exciting night. It was something new, you know. So shout out to Distant Eyes for helping spook the ghost on the show and everything else. But that was a fun night.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. I really wish I would have took pictures though, show you guys some of the stuff because it was very creepy. Yeah. But yeah. Well, Saturday, September 10th, Outrun the Fall at Red Flag with Lydia's Castle, Many Colored Death, and Divine Sorrow. And have you guys picked out any? Are we gonna?
I'm not sure what outfits we're doing.
Yeah.
I'll probably just wear some like shorts
Right.
and a t-shirt, I guess.
Very casual.
Right.
We don't look like a band.
I might bust out some Many Colored Death swag.
I lost my favorite hat recently at Six Flags
Oh my gosh.
on
What ride?
American Thunder.
Okay.
Teacup,
is
the
that
teacup
the-
thing. American Thunder, fairly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I call it American Thunder, Ryan. So, whatever.
It's the old time cars, but those aren't even there anymore.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Sadly. R.I.P. old time cars.
Yeah. I'm going to.
What were you going to ask, Shane?
well, I
You had
don't
a real
want to-
question.
yeah.
I will derail every time.
Yeah.
Have you picked out?
I think I was going to ask what snacks you were going to bring, but that's probably not. It wouldn't have gone any better anyway.
Well, to be blatantly
Yeah.
honest, Red Flag is not such a fan
Oh yeah.
of the snackery.
It's
Red
fine.
Flag runs a really clean, awesome, but tight ship there. It's a kick
So
super butt place, but it'll have to be done outside. I will probably set up a table and do snackery on that corner.
You're just gonna like every time somebody leaves the venue, just throw a snack at their.
It's going to have some of the locals help pass them out.
Yeah. There's always locals that are walk around there, seem helpful.
Pelt everybody with snacks when they leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slim Jims for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate that they it's frowned upon inside the venue, but more fun on the sidewalk. So, yeah, I'm excited about this, man. Like I said, it's been a while since I got to see an OTF show, so
It's going to be a good one,
I'm
man.
excited to
We got some
rage.
surprises up our sleeves.
You guys aren't even
Surprises?
You don't even have sleeves. Well, Josh said Josh was wearing a sleeveless Batman tank top.
We don't normally have sleeves when it's warm.
I haven't decided whether Josh is Batman or not, honestly.
I mean, have you seen him in the same? Exactly.
Never, nope.
You mentioned Six Flags. I'm going to the Universal Studios in Florida,
Nice.
and I'm really hoping
Gonna
I
do
can-
Harry Potter.
No, I don't really care about Harry Potter. But they have a Velocicoaster, Jurassic Park.
That
theme,
sounds awesome.
and so I'm excited about that.
Velocicoaster.
It's not Harry Potter,
Yeah.
but I mean,
And
Go to Harry Potter.
you ever heard of magic
Yeah,
wands?
yeah. But I'm really hoping I can fit in the rides because I quit going to Six Flags because I don't fit in the rides, and I'm hoping that I can fit in some of the stuff at Universal.
Josh wants me to tell the story real bad. I think.
I think he's
I'll go ahead and tell it because
Yeah.
he'll be really rude about it when if he tells it. So me and Josh went to Six Flags once without our kids. It was a whole thing. We just went by ourselves and we had a good time. Rode Mr. Freeze, which is one of my favorites. And then decided to take a turkey leg break.
hell yeah.
We ate a turkey leg
Like
and
we
I
do.
drank
Big old
a
Gatorade.
big old Powerade, blue Powerade.
Yeah.
And then we were like, let's go back to Mr. Freeze. And I got kicked off. I got kicked off for being too fat. And I did like the walk of shame while the whole roller coaster was waiting to fucking go have fun. And as I'm walking away, I don't even remember what you
You
yelled.
should have had that turkey leg, Brandon.
Yeah. Josh calls me out as I'm walking out of the ride. Should have eaten that turkey leg. And then he's just like, woo, down the tunnel. And he rode without me.
I did.
He didn't get off with me in solidarity. He rode the ride. I waited outside like a fat ass.
How great is that? You just hear the chain clinking. Chicka, 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 shouldn't have that turkey leg.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it was in front of everybody.
My buddy.
So here's the thing. You have very broad shoulders, and that's going to work against you.
Right. My torso, butt to shoulders, is usually what keeps me out of like Batman and stuff. And then, so any of the over the shoulder ones are tricky. But, and then I got stuck in the Screaming Eagle one year. And that was kind of embarrassing.
That ride is on its last fucking leg.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. I rode it just like a few weeks ago, and I did not enjoy myself. I did not feel safe one bit.
Well, that's kind of part of the excitement. Like,
No.
are we gonna make it? I don't know.
When it started to get a little sketch, it was part of the fun. Now that thing is going to collapse mid-ride.
That exposed
it's
wood's
coming.
been in the rain for a long time.
No one's gone back in that neck of the woods with a can of white paint in a minute. And the thing needs some WD-40 all over. But the light bulbs work.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was running when I was there.
It's usually not. And when it is, I'm telling you, man, it is so sketch. Like I was like, nah, I don't think I'm riding that ever again.
Probably time to retire it.
I'm telling you, it's gonna go down mid-ride.
There's one,
Tragedy.
the green and orange one. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a new one.
Oh,
at
the
Six
fucking
Flags.
whip boomerang.
Is it? Yeah, the boomerang. It
goes through and then back.
It's horrifying. It's like it's one that feels not safe.
I don't like that one either.
Yeah, it looks like it would be fun, but yeah, it feels not safe when you're.
I've seen that one stuck, like up in the
Yeah.
chain.
Yeah, it like loses speed in the fucking loops. When it goes upside down and shit.
Yeah,
and
it,
it's
like,
like no,
loses
that's
power.
not right. That's not. You're
It's
supposed.
struggling.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm close to retiring from Six Flags. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how much. Last time I was there, like I didn't feel well after riding a few rides, and then, Screaming Eagle's going to need to be retired.
Yeah, I got a buddy, Josh, does stand up, and he was telling some jokes, and I imagine they probably came from a very true place. But he was telling a story about going on Batman, and that he was too big, and he sat down, and the other girl's like trying to push the bar to lock into place, and she's like, "Can you suck in?" And he's like, she gets it at, like click one, like wasn't all the way in, and he said she had to call for another girl to come over, so two of them were trying to push in on it.
Oh my god!
And then,
Sir, you have a raging boner.
and so I guess she gets it a lot, and then he like makes the joke that he's like, now he can't breathe, so he like, just like look of screaming, but no air is coming out, so he's like, and then, but he did. He said that he did end up getting kicked off. And they were like, he goes, I guess I'll go stand over here next to the girl that's crying and changed her mind. And he's like, that's it. I'm too fat for fun. I'm like,
I didn't think of anything cool to say. I didn't like being kicked off the ride, and Josh really rubbed the salt in the wound.
Right.
They didn't talk the rest of the day.
That was just
because he wasn't wrong. It was the turkey leg. I had just rode that ride 30 minutes prior.
That wasn't.
Ma'am, I'm just bloated.
The only thing that changed was the turkey leg.
Yeah. That wasn't salt in that one. That was turkey grease. It was. Yeah. Well, shout out to Turkey Legs. That's this episode
Shout
brought
out
to you.
to Turkey Legs.
This episode brought
R.I.P.
to you by Turkey Legs.
They're easy, they're greasy.
Hell yeah. I'm buying that bumper sticker too. Hopefully, like by the time this airs, like there's not like some terrible Screaming Eagle accident.
Yeah, no shit. I take all that back.
Damn it.
I take all that back. It is sketch though.
But yeah, I don't know, man. All right, I got a couple questions I want to ask you guys. Get your take on these, and then we'll get on out of here. Because I think these will be fun, and I've been having a good time with these. But all right, day comes along. We have some Outrun the Fall action figures. What would you guys like to see as your 3 accessories with your action figure?
Yes.
Cool.
Accessories.
Accessory with an action figure.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Well, does that?
I would need to have a bag of beef jerky with me because
Josh's vape.
beef jerky costs too much now. So I would just have to be there in
Ripping fat vapes.
You know,
Old Trapper.
Old Trapper for sure. Probably the peppered, since it's a little hard on the gut, but it's good.
Good and good for
Probably
you.
rip some fat vapes for
Yeah,
Josh.
I guess mine would be a vape. Could you instead of like a karate chop button on the back, could you put one that just like makes it blow
smoke.
make it blow fat clouds?
That would be cool.
We had
One of those big walkie-talkie ones too, where you smoke out of the antenna.
Yeah, out of the antenna.
What about you, Brandon?
Mine, whew. That's a tough one. I don't know. You want to go with the low-hanging fruit, like a slice of pizza or something.
I don't see that as a bad choice.
Probably a slice of pizza.
That's not fruit at all. That's pizza.
Yeah, you don't put fruit on pizza.
He's basically a Ninja Turtle.
You don't ever put fruit on pizza.
Yeah, I would allow it. I would buy those. Let's make that happen, guys.
Okay.
It's our next merch idea.
All right.
Okay, besides farting, what
Next question.
Next question, Shane. We can't pick farting.
What do you guys think you could get in the Guinness Book of World Records for?
Hold on, what was the question?
What is something you guys as a band think you could get into the Guinness Book of World Records for? We already know farting was a given. That's what I'm saying. So let's cut that one out.
Reigning heavyweight champ of that.
Taco Bell?
Honestly, it is kind of smashing food.
Yeah, it's going to be food for sure.
The Oz story really drives that home.
There's got to be some kind of...
There was an ink spot where we ate
pizza world record that we would probably be able to achieve.
Right. Most Pizza Ranch visits, most buffets destroyed.
No, man. It really happened. After a show, there was a little after party next to Pops at the Oz, and the promoter of the show ordered a bunch of emos that was supposed to feed everybody coming to the VIP party. Well, the Jalapeno Heroes boys were the first ones through the door and smashed all of the pizza. He comes over and is like, "What the fuck? That was for everyone."
Yeah,
and
it was delicious.
They even ate his personal cheese garlic bread that wasn't for everybody else.
Not on purpose. Not on purpose.
No other band can claim that. They ate the entire green room out of food.
Yeah,
that was supposed to be for everybody.
We hungry.
I think I got one.
Yeah.
What?
I think it wouldn't be like a Guinness Book World Record, but like some kind of record. The band that has we've done really well on Spotify, and we're proud of that. 10 million plus. I don't even know how many plays we are now with our whole catalog. But again, not bragging about that at all. Just saying we've got that many. We've never toured. Never gone on a tour, barely gone out of town. They did a few times before I was in the band, and every one of those plays is organic, and it's amazing because quite a few of the folks in town think they're not, but nobody can tell us how it was done otherwise.
Yeah,
pretty amazing stuff.
Well, here's the thing, and this
Josh, don't shake your head at this.
This is
a true story.
This is it. So if we knew the formula, if there was something that we were doing, all of our songs would have 7 million streams.
Exactly right.
Every single one of them. And they don't. My favorite song is the worst performing song in the entire catalog. And I think it's our best song. One of them anyway. And surely I would have skyrocketed that one to superstardom if I knew the secret sauce. We don't. But and I think that's that's more of a Ripley's Believe It or Not than a Guinness Book of World Records, because it's this odd thing. Anyone we've run across in the industry, even higher up people or label people even have been like, we don't know how you did it, but it's cool that you did. You know, so it's just like this weird phenomenon that like we've experienced. I'm not mad about it, obviously, but
it's good stuff.
Yeah,
we're proud.
Yeah.
It's kind of proud. It's not just, hey, we did that. It's a proud. We're a St. Louis band, Missouri band, small town Missouri band, to be fair, and making big waves like that. I mean, it's cool. It's something we don't run around waving the flag. I mean, everybody does their own thing, but it's something to be pretty proud of.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, look at Josh, and he's
yeah. Look.
No, I meant like he's awesome. But I mean, take a guy like Josh and over 10 million plays on Spotify. 10 million times people have listened to him yelling at them. And it's awesome. And I love it.
Why does he keep yelling at us?
Why is he yelling at us? And then they just replay it again. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. It is quite the feat, man. I'm glad to see those numbers and glad that people around the world are jamming these tunes, man. It's pretty wild to think about.
That's a beautiful part. It's not, again, didn't mean to dive that far into it, but it's not just St. Louis. It's not St. Louis in general. Mm-hmm. To be honest, it is. It's even out of the country. People out of the country think Josh is great. More so than people right here.
How is
we love him.
Shirtless posters hanging on their room wall in Brazil.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Literally.
We sell so many shirtless Josh posters.
In Brazil and Bangladesh. It's amazing.
Not in America.
No.
They know better.
They have their Channing Taters or whatever they are.
Channing Taters.
All right.
Any more brain busters?
Yeah. All right. You guys, get to work with some cool people over the years, but is there a dream duet or collaboration you guys would like to see for the band? Is there somebody you might want to feature on a song or?
Oh man,
or
I
work in the studio
have a
with,
list.
Yeah. Okay.
That was it.
I wasn't gonna dive into it.
No.
Put me on the spot.
I mean, I just
I couldn't even begin to answer that.
Right.
I'd probably just say like Kid Rock.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, there's plenty of people even in like our scene here that I would love to collaborate with. You know, I'm Josh knows it. I mean, like we're always looking for some, like we had Joel come up and do a song with us at a couple shows. Like that stuff gets me excited because that's a special moment frozen in time. You know, like it's not something we do all the time. You know, and when I've been to shows and stuff like that has happened, you talk about that. That's a story you tell that you were there when that went down. Like, I love creating moments like that. If it was up to me, we would do that a lot more.
Yeah,
I know sometimes that's hard, you know, because we're in this little bubble. You know what I'm saying? And when you it's hard to let people into that bubble. Just like if you're replacing a band member, you know, anytime there's turnover with a band, like. There's more to it than just playing the notes. I've said that a few times, you know, over the years. Like, you can be a hell of a musician and play the notes and still not fit in that bubble, you know? And so it's weird to bring someone into that. So it doesn't always work out when the idea arises, but when it has connected, I think it's special.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. Those are always some of my favorite things, too. I like when I was doing a songwriter showcase, like we obviously was focused on originals, but to close the night out, I always thought it'd be fun for the three of them to
super jam,
to do a cover together, to collaborate and make a once in a lifetime type of moment. You know, like, hey, we may never play all three of us together again. Let's do something cool this night, and so I always like to do those kind of things when I can, and like I was saying, like
I get excited about it.
Those are fun. So, but yeah, man. So maybe we can get some more of that happening someday. I'd be down for that. But yeah, man. Well, you can find Outrun the Fall on your socials. Get plugged in, and hopefully we'll get a lot more dates. Finish up the year, and maybe get some new tunage.
We got another date. Hasn't been it's not official or anything yet, but there's another one coming down the line that's going to be a good time. So be listening for that.
Yeah, but come on out and join us again September 10th, and let's pack the house at Red Flag and Rage, and have a good night. But I appreciate you guys doing this, man. It's been a real good time catching up.
Always a good time, Shane.
I'm glad We got to eat some pizza together.
Absolutely.
Well, you guys watched me eat pizza.
It was awesome.
And that was a good night. But I'm glad we did this. So hopefully we can do it again soon and talking about some of those new tunage. So thanks, guys. I love you.
Love you too,
Love
Shane.
you,
Shane.
Later, buddy.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. See you guys. All right. Bye, you guys.